Welcome back, everybody, to EPIC39. We're back again with Next in Line versus Linx Legacy. Of course, it's me, Zach, with Sheep still. He's not left the desk quite yet. I've tried my hardest, but he's still here. And we're going to be jumping into Map 2 after Next in Line demolished Linx Legacy on Overpass.
Yeah, map picks aside, that was a destruction and something I'd wish to mention, but the game was just going way too fast of a pace when Next in Line got to the T side.
It wasn't even a competition by the end.
Yeah, Linx got 5 rounds, and 2 of them were pistol rounds.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
Wow, they won both pistols.
They won both pistols, and they got 5. That is rough, and I hope. I mean, I've talked to the coach. He already said halfway during the last game that they played, not last map but last game, that he's already very proud of the boys. So they are already like happy that they're here, right? Just as we are. Let's all be honest. But then so I think it's such a mentality thing at this point, because I think like the shots, they were being hit, but they were just playing afraid.
Well, I mean, you say the shots were being hit. I remember a very specific moment where Otto B was flanked,
and Lancelot whiffed as well.
Yeah.
I mean, but those will always be in a game.
Yeah.
I mean, even Nico had it on the biggest stage, so you can't really.
We can't even go through this without mentioning Nico's whiff. We have to bring that up. Yeah.
Always.
Never forget Nuke. When was it? 2019?
2022.
2022. Bloody hell, that was more recent than I thought.
Stockholm Major, first major, 15-9 scoreline, map point.
Whiffed.
Or
very
15 to
hard.
10 actually.
Very hard. Yeah. But well, outside of that, of course, we are going to be going to Nuke at some point. Not quite yet. I say at some point. We might go to Nuke after we saw that first map. Next in line, of course, winning 1-0 in the series thus far. But you know, we have a map 3 of Nuke. But Sheep, remind me, what might our map 2 be?
Something ancient.
Something ancient.
But
Aztec?
it is the second newest map. Yeah, I think they should switch the names. I think like Aztec should be named Ancient because it's that ancient.
It was very. I remember the reaction. Just kind of. I'm talking a bit of rubbish here, but I remember the reaction when Ancient came out. People were like, "Aztec? Are you joking? You're remaking Aztec?" It was one of the worst maps.
Yeah.
Full stop. Going into CS:GO, it was a meme map. People would pick it, back at Silver 3, people would be like, yeah, let's put on Aztec, why not? And you'd end up playing a map and somehow getting elo from it. But when you were just, Aztec seemed like such a mistake of a map to make, and then actually playing it, it's now really one of the mainstays in the city. People love Ancient now.
Yeah, and especially and as casting as well, as soon as it came out, right, like the first couple of games, watching it, a lot of the small changes that they've made, mostly towards Temple, like towards the bomb sites, because the rest of the map, the middle of the map, its concept was quite alright.
Yeah.
It does share a lot of similarities with already proven concepts.
Yes.
Which is why some people were a lot happier that Anubis came in, which is sort of evolving. Like, we have less gimmicky maps now, of course. R.I.P. Train.
Yeah, I loved Train. I loved it.
Train was great. But I mean, on Ancient, talking about it, being especially in those proactive setups, Linx Legacy, they need to start showing that. They must.
They really do have to, and they do, unfortunately, get forced onto their least favourite side, because this is Next in Line's pick, so Linx Legacy do get to pick the side, I should say, and they've opted to choose their T side, so they do at least have the bonus of playing 15 rounds on the side that they want to, T side being the one that they choose. Of course, this map, well known for its mid-presence needed, the way that you try and angle around the B-bomb site, and, well, immediately you can see the way Linx are playing. All 5 players pushing towards the A-bomb site, and there is nobody there at the moment, Sheep.
Oh, I think actually I think we might be mistaken, because it says Copper that it's on Linx Legacy, so it is actually Next in Line starting on the T side.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that is a bit confusing. Hopefully for you guys at home, I did clear it up. So no worries, as Zulu and Wolfie are the first to get the frags. Retakes are not on today, unless Chris, he does have a kit, but 1 versus 5, 2 frags. Actually, that second one that's sort of went away from me. Yeah, it's just full rush down. Straight up. And still, it's at Linx Legacy. It is the other way around. No worries, they're fixing it. Just keep in mind, just look at the player names. Yep. It'll be good.
Yeah, of course. it should be fixed relatively quickly. I see our producer and observer over there already getting that one sorted. But, well, there we go. Next in line on the T side, Linx Legacy on the CT side. And a good start as well from Next in line, who are on their least favoured side, on the T side. So it does turn out that Linx Legacy did pick CT. They want all 15 of the rounds on CT, guaranteed. And then I imagine they're hoping that they win it 14-1, and then they get to just play 2 rounds on the other half. But Dutchy stopping that dream with the first kill on towards Chris. Lancelot does well to get 1. Kills going left and right. And it's only Moz left who's on a USPS. Completely isolated on the B-bomb site, sprinting around with his beautiful Sapphire Falchion knife. But, well, that's, I think, the only positive he has is his skins, because there's no benefit for being in this position, watching Next in line take the A-bomb site.
Yeah, kill confirmed, but no kills confirmed yet for Moz. As... He does indeed have quite a nice setup. Yeah, so 14-1 win in the half, at least not going to be possible. 13-2, highly unlikely, as you could describe it. They take 1 man down, Kappa, still not yet there. And I mean, we got a bit of an intermission.
Do you know what we should do in this intermission? I think
I'm scared of your
the most important thing I want to bring up is that these chairs are feeling very comfortable at the moment, Sheep,
I mean, you can even like lean in them. I can lean all the way towards you, and it still says Noble chairs.
Wow, incredible. And just as you say that, we get to jump straight back into the game.
Perfectly back in.
We're back in, and it looks like Linx Legacy have already lost a player. It seems to be probably in an exchange with Wolfie, who's taken 55 damage in the meantime. Linx Legacy, a man down, already a player as well. One of the few that's got kills. Him and Chris are the only 2 that have managed anything at this stage. And, yeah, well, with 30 seconds gone, Kappa as well finding Chris. It's not great. Those are both players now that have found kills in the game. It's on the remaining 3 to get the 5 of Next in line, who are posturing once again towards the A-bomb site. And once again, Linx Legacy in no position to trade this one out. Again, I think this is just a save, Sheep.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, even if it's possible to save, because they just straight up left auto around here. SSG already pulled out. That's going to be no armor reduction in the damage as he gets the headshots, dinking them like they aren't wearing anything. Saving got corrupted. The files need to be validated. And they, Auto B is the validation. Triple kill as he's just saving.
Sheep, the Krieg hasn't been good for about 5 years.
Yeah.
It's such a garbage weapon. How is he allowed to get 3 in that position? 1 is fine, but 3 finally getting killed. Poseidon finally doing something.
There's still one behind.
Up the Krieg, but Dutchy and Zulu, they're finding these, playing it forward. Poseidon does get one. The Krieg has managed 4 kills in the last 2 rounds. Linx Legacy, they're playing in a 3 versus 1. Next in line, I don't think they know what's hit them. Just pushing through a single smoke has changed the text of the game completely. It's a different environment. Linx Legacy, I think they can be happy with this one. They don't have to take the fights anymore, but they are. Look, Moz has pushed all the way in behind. He's being watched by Wolfie.
Yeah, they are ready to take this momentum, especially because this is a very, very good round. Because what I'm seeing from Linx Legacy is now, when they did get that first goal, yes, they were pushing it up a bit, right? It was the idea that Chris, and I think it was Chris and Moz, were just going to wait around the edge of Donut, straight up looking towards Connector and B. But then, as soon as Poseidon gets that first kill, instantly, every single CT on the map activates. And the thing is, what they need to carry on doing is keep doing that in the CT side, on the CT side. Instantly a pause. I'm wondering if that is a BM, not necessarily BM, but a tactical call by Next in line, thinking, there's going to be momentum coming, shut it down before it even starts.
Yeah, and I will say at the top, of course, it says technical pause. It's worth mentioning that that is a glitch with our system. So these have all been tactical pauses that you've seen so far. Very few techs have actually been called. So, yeah, very much so. I do believe that it's
like 3 in total, not even on stream.
Yeah, it's all been outside of this, really. Very few technical issues for the players throughout this one. As the first kill comes through for Duplo, Zulo does trade it out, but Poseidon's done well to push into that position. The Krieg continually getting kills, much to my chagrin. And Linx Legacy, they are a player to the good, and it gives them that sort of ability on a map like this with very slow rotates across the map to be able to just sit back a little bit more, wait for the next in line esports players to start being the ones to take the play to them, and Linx Legacy can just sit back and let it happen.
Yeah, interestingly enough, the Krieg has started to fill like a very particular role. Of course, not every team utilizes it, but it is now what the Scout used to be. Like, if you can't afford an op or don't want to buy an op in terms of money, what you can do on the T side, on maps like Nuke, where a T side opper usually isn't really worth a lot. I mean, the CT opper is worth a lot, but he's getting tagged down. Well, if you can't buy an op, buy a Krieg, because the damage is just as nice. This is a good setup for Linx Legacy, but they're going to be swarmed. At least one man down. Maz in the site needs the protection of Chris to be there for him. Chris does support the one, but the bomb is going to get planted. That allows a chance at the 4 against 2. Chris, though, this is a good start. As soon as he picks up the AWP, he's getting the kills. 1 versus 2 for the Dutchie. And Chris, that is crisp. Wow, okay, that is looking good for Linx Legacy.
Chris?
I think it's just Chris.
Nice. Yeah, okay.
As he slithers through.
Slithers through the attack and
on the
makes
long
his way
edge
to defuse the bomb. I like it. I like it very much. And they've picked up the double AWP as well. This is bold from Poseidon and Chris. I do wonder who that goes to. Moz going to go on the secondary AWP.
Yeah, good pick.
Yeah, I mean, you see these guys, it's a 1-round deficit, which isn't huge, but the main important thing here is that next in line, even though they won the pistol, it's really easy for a team to just cave at that point. They've just lost 16-5, might I remind you.
Yeah.
They've been demolished on the previous map, and they clearly have some spunk to them to be able to keep going, but Otto B getting that one on Duplo. It's not a great start, and the 2 AWPs now form half of the Linx Legacy hold rather than 40%. So they are the ones that are really going to be tasked with getting these kills, with the AWP heavy on firepower. Of course, that one-shot ability, important in rounds like this, and well, Legacy going to need to utilize it as the smokes go down. Next in line esports can just run onto this site. I don't think they quite realize how easy it'll be to make their way on there, but Moz may well be a thorn in the side as he shoots forward, misses the shot though, and not seeing the players rotating over. The Molotov going to go down too late. The bomb is going to get planted. He will take a little bit of damage, Dutchie, as he fades into the background. But next in line esports have done basically all they needed at this stage, and the AWPs are going to be impossible to retake the site on. The double AWP becoming more of a hindrance than a help at this stage as the players looking to push on towards the B bomb site. The first kill comes through for Kappa as well. The Deagle firing strong as they get Poseidon. The gun does come through for Lancelot at the very least, but the AWPs have done nothing. Both of them have died before they get anything done. It's only Lancelot left. He only gets the one, and next in line esports clean up with 3 players staying alive and an AWP saved into the next.
Yeah, that is rough. They did have a small advantage in that next in line's util was going to be quite low, so the smokes weren't really, like, they did get down in time, and I think that round was lost at the moment Moz missed his first Deagle shot. As soon as that first shot whiffed, that is when it was completely out of it, and now Poseidon again going for the same peak, not the same result, and Cave is starting to be a point of caving in. Duplo owning with 1, as that is a pretty interesting graphical glitch that we've had a couple times in Cave already.
It's lovely going underground, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's called Cave, so I think they sort of know. But then Chris all by himself, next in line. I mean, that round, that pause call by next in line right after the force buy win, that was filth. That was absolute filth, because they managed to just straight up kill every single piece of momentum they had. And I just have a feeling like Linx Legacy, they're not on it, but there is a chance. But already it's the T side, and next in line already have as many rounds as last game in total for Linx Legacy.
That's a sad stat.
That's
what we call a sad stat, an SS right there. As, yeah, Linx Legacy, they're not down and out yet. It's important to note, they're 3 rounds down. 2 of the rounds that they lost were the pistol rounds. It's not the end of the world. A good start as well from Moz there and Duplo chiming in together to find the first kill of the round. But we've seen this so many times before where Linx Legacy have been a player to the good, and they've still managed to lose the round outright. It's just good that they're getting those early frags, and it is a spot that next in line could look at and say, well, actually, this is kind of where we're going wrong, because it's really been the key for keeping Linx in the game.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
no.
I mean, if like losing
That
auto.
was a team ollie.
Oh yeah, wait. Just noticed as well. No, the thing we talked about with auto, you know, with it being, it can be a curse. The problem is, like, if he dies once first, like, they're gonna be okay with it. They need round after round. They're gonna need like 4 rounds in a row where they find auto first, because otherwise it's just gonna snowball. Next in line, they don't even bother. Already the advantage is for them. Poseidon, that is a bit early on the M4 pool, but still a good shot. And then Zulu instantly within the side. Chris, close range with the AWP. Might even go for a wallbang if he's all too curious, but close range. Dutchy crouched below the horizon of Chris, and that sun slowly getting closer to setting. As Poseidon, he's still in here. There is a kit, I think, somewhere dropped on the side. I'm not sure. AWP, yeah, this is just gonna be a save. I mean, next in line, man, they're looking good.
They're looking very good, and well, he's not going to be able to do anything in this one. Poseidon, I don't think he even has a kit, so wouldn't have a chance in hell of getting that one done. But you look at the way they played, and I wish we were able to call it pause as Zulu dies to the bomb. But you see Poseidon and Chris as they're pushing in. You can really tell how the team's playing and communicating. Chris pushes in alone as Poseidon's in temple.
Yeah.
That's fundamentally poor. Fundamentally poor from Linx Legacy. Not playing together in that moment. That's what the coach is there to do. That's what the IGL should be doing. And yet Chris, the IGL, is pushing in by himself as his teammate goes.
Yeah.
So next in line, they clearly have a psychological advantage over these guys. Dutchy as well, not going to be helping the psychology of Chris as he gets that kill on the Mac 10 sprinting forward. The MP9 from Poseidon whiffing at range does eventually find the kill as the bomb is dropped, but it doesn't even matter because next in line Esports, it's not just in the long rounds that they're getting this done. It's not just in the mid rounds. It's in the rushes as well.
And he had somewhat of a slower start, but looking at Zulu, 13 and 4, this man is again cruising towards that 4 KD that he started off the CT side on overpass. The thing is, the setups from Linx Legacy, they haven't been unique enough, right? Ancient as a map, you cannot play default setups, and this is what they needed to do like 5 rounds ago. Go in with these pushes, but then now it's the first time they do it. Next in line, they're so comfortable in their setups, they know they're not going to push anywhere else. And now it falls apart again. Ancient, it's not a map where you can play defaults, and every single setup, even before the last round, they have a man advantage. You'd think you'd be safe. You'd think you'd be safe, but on Ancient, on Mirage, fine. You get 1 pick, you go 1 man down, keep it equal, keep 2-1-2, you'll be fine. It doesn't work like that on Ancient. It just does not, and it's a bit of a fallacy that Linx Legacy keep thinking that it will be.
Wolfie getting the better of the AWP of Chris. It's Poseidon and Lancelot left. And you've had some choice words to say. I really want to pile on top of it because it is just mistake after mistake from the CT side. They're peaking over-aggressive into certain angles, not interspersing the aggression throughout with different angles coming through. Just peaking. It's the same place the whole round. The kills came through exclusively in cave and mid in that round. They didn't go anywhere else, Linx Legacy.
Yeah.
It's so easy to counter that when you're the T side. You just hold. There's nothing else you have to do. Once that first player's gone, you have to say, all right, we're going to back off, and someone else is in position to push forward a little bit more aggressively somewhere else. Someone else is there once the attention's been drawn away to peek in. Instead, they're just pushing further onto jump up. What's the need for that on Dark? You're just wasting your life. And Chris going again aggressively.
No.
The CZ75 does nothing. This time, they intersperse the aggression, though. It's only when they're on the pistols as well as Duplo pick them up. But they're just going to go towards the A bomb site. Lancelot's by himself.
Why not do that with rifles? I mean, they can pick up some rifles. It's still 3-on-3. They have nothing to lose. They're going to buy next round anyway. But I'm seeing very little movement, very little tempo being made over towards that B bomb site. 2 players in donut. There's going to be 1 approaching them. Maz and Duplo though together on 20 HP. That's a bit less. There's a bit low on HP to share with someone else. 20. As now Duplo's on 17 by himself, and Linx Legacy. There's no real no one will in No real way in.
And it feels as well, a 5-7 on one and an AK on another. Why would you not send the AK with the 5-7 just to support? I understand trying to save it, but just wait outside, then push onto the site and pick up the AKs that have been lost. They're not playing together, Linx Legacy. They're playing completely solo. And I don't want to be too harsh to them. They're a team that have done very, very well to get this far. But the reason we're talking like this about them is because we know they can do better than this.
Yes.
We know that they've got more
sure.
in them. And this showing is just not what we were expecting at this stage. They've done better earlier in the competition against opposition very similar to Next in Line. So it's a shame to see it lost in this way. And once again, 2 players are pushing through Cave. This time they've gone for a bit more of a mid-take as the flash comes over. Poseidon does get that kill on Wolfie. Well timed to look away from the flash. It's all on Chris on the A bomb site to try and find the player towards A, which has been a persistent problem for Next in Line Esports as they've been pushing forward. Moz getting that kill on the A bomb site, or the B bomb site, I should say. 3 kills, in fact. Finally, Linx Legacy's holders come together as they've changed things up in the way that they've been playing, pushing through mid, staying back on the B bomb site and waiting for players to push forward. They've changed it up. They've done a smart play without having to call a pause.
Beautiful.
And it's meant that all 5 players have stayed alive. That's what I'm talking about.
It indeed is, and I hope they realize, all right, it is Next in Line. Aggression is the deal. You need to, it's pretty much ancient. It's pretty much 2 T sides. Yep. You're not gonna play. Yes, you're defending, but you're not on ancient.
You have to take the aggression. You have to.
Yeah, and I mean you can really easily get the advantage. And Chris, yeah, that's a good one. Finally, some proactivity from the Opera out of Donut. I'm fearful it's too little too late, but I am super glad that we're seeing these setups now. Look at this, 3 players towards B. They know no one is coming from Cave. This crossfire can focus fully on the main ramp.
Oh, they're pushing through a smoke, Chris. I don't know why he's done that as Zulu finds a kill on Wolfie as well, getting another one. Still a player hiding in Cave, though, can be the linchpin in this moment. And the kills are coming through in favor of Next in Line. It's only Lancelot left. He decided to not push through that smoke as he watched his teammate fall. And the 1 versus 3 clutch is going to have to be huge here to win this round. I mean, 3 on the CT side. This is the side that they picked as well on this map. You'd think that they would have something up the sleeve, some tactic maybe against Next in Line to explore, but it really feels like as the rounds have gone, as they've started falling behind, those kind of tactics have gone out the window a little bit, and they're only just getting back into it now. But before they could do much, Next in Line Esports going to pick up a 10th. Yeah, and I mean to add on to another point, it's I don't think with some of the confidence being lost, I think Linx Legacy are a bit fearful. Of course, they lost the pistol against an A play, which is typical. Like it does happen. It happens super often. And what I think happened is that that really got into their mind. Like, oh wait, they just straight went into A. Yeah. They do not have the confidence to be like, okay, we have one guy holding it from CT or holding it from A side. In the beginning, it's gonna be 2 donut and then 1 falling back. Like that, those setups, I haven't seen it before. And now it's going to be a mid and donut setup, and Wolfie is just straight breaking their bones on middle. As he's just, digging around in that middle dirt. Chris now with 1 spotting the elbow, but that elbow not spotting back. Kappa shows a bit of himself. Zulu's pushing, and does he? But anyways, Chris is not going to be aware of that. No, and our observer switched away so fast, knew that the death was going to come through as Next in Line. They've got the bomb down, and Duplo and Moz, they need a mountain to climb at this stage. The A bomb site once again lost, and I don't know if they've managed to retake at this stage. The flash comes through. It doesn't catch anybody. Kappa getting that kill very easily, and Dutchy ends up finding Duplo as well. Next in Line getting 11, and they're even knifing each other at the end. 12-3 is a potential 11 for the best possible scoreline. And, well, after the last game, I think we're seeing a little bit of a replication at this stage where, I'm sorry, just we're back at it again. Yeah, if we look at the kills, Zulu once again, 19 and 6 so far in the game. Just disgusting as Otto B once again picking up an auto sniper. This time, though, cheap. It's on the opposite side of the map. It's on the opposite side. But it's still called the deck deck. But I mean, what is happening here? I mean, it's the last round of the half again. Same situation we had last time, where Next in Line Esports, they are going for some vibes. They are going for some showmanship. You have to BM at LAN. You have to.
It is, and especially since they put a board down in between them, so they can't look each other in the eyes. But I am sure of it that every single somewhat incredible kill that has been made, Linx Legacy's headphones have been trumped by major decibels flying through. And Wolfie, what a one-tap onto middle, and then you're Maz and you're re-peeking it, and yeah, you're going to be ducking.
Just incredible shot from Wolfie. What we call that is feeling it in that moment. Incredible to do that. And, well, it looks like A-bomb site is going to be where they head towards. Wolfie throwing down that smoke to make it seem like he's going to push through middle, which is exactly what he's doing, in fact, as he sprints forward. Shifts backwards, though, to go towards the A-bomb site, and it's only Lancelot in position. And we've seen this happen several times before, Mr. Several Sheep, with a single player here. Otto B with this auto sniper going to be one of the first ones to go through. The no-scope potential of this weapon is actually quite impressive when you see it at range. So I think that's really what he's trying at this stage by going in this way. Lancelot unable to hold it, though, as the bomb goes down and Kappa finds a kill. Linx Legacy in a 3 versus 3 retake down from a 5v3 at the start. Got to be tilting already to be in this position. But the flashes come over. They're a little bit laboured. They're a little bit late as nobody's flashed off by them. Otto B and his teammate Wolfie just playing the time, waiting for the players to push forward once again. Otto B's punished for buying the auto sniper as Kappa and Wolfie chiming in with kills of their own. It's only Moz left. Moz is left no longer as Kappa, a single bullet to the head, and Linx Legacy taking it only 3 rounds in the first half of their side pick. Of course, next in line's map pick, but this very well could be a very quick best of 3 series.
Yeah, 3 on CT Ancient. I mean, I've seen this being returned. But that was some different gravy. I mean, this is something. But the one thing that I do wish to talk about, like we've been somewhat negative on Linx Legacy, but on the other end of that spectrum, next in line, they have 2 more games to go after this one. 9 a.m. tomorrow, 1 p.m. possibly tomorrow.
Yeah, as calling it maybe too soon on that one.
Maybe too soon. But facing the neighbors. Next in line, this is some practice that they're getting. Like, this is some confirmation on, yes, we can actually play, because I know for a fact some strats haven't been pulled out yet.
Beautiful flash as well through Duplo. Ends up falling and still pushing the advantage a little bit further. Linx Legacy with 3 players left alive as next in line pushing forward. And you are right, we can't diminish next in line's achievements so far this game. They've looked very, very competent, very solid as a team. Explains why they've made it this far, and unlucky, to be honest, to not have been in the upper bracket at this stage. Chris gets one, Wolfie trading it out. It's only a single player left. Wolfie gets that kill, and the stand-in once again doing work. He's had an incredible game, an incredible land so far as Wolfie. He's been really nice to watch.
Yeah, I mean, as mentioned by Timo and Index yesterday, he is standing in for Mad, but Mad, statistically, nearly the best player for next in line. Just going to repeat what Timo and Index told the stream previous, but yeah, but Wolfie coming in, I mean, he's had some big performances. Zulu, such composure, such accuracy on the spray. It's just that the M4 runs out of bullets. Linx Legacy 2 versus 4. Yes, you're going to get the bomb down. Can we see some clutch? We haven't had much tension. We have seen some big plays, but we haven't had much tension throughout this game. So now it's the 1 versus 5. Okay. They don't even let me finish my sentence.
No, you're not allowed tension, my friend. Tension is banned in this game, it seems, because, yeah, we're in a similar position to last game, albeit worse, with a 14-3 scoreline. This is, I mean, yeah, it's been brilliant from one side and a little bit underwhelming from another, let's say. Yep. And yeah, as far as I think the first HLTV game goes of EPIC39, the first one that's going on there, this one is yeah.
It's the second one, actually.
Second one, of course. Yeah. It's a little bit of a quick one, it seems, unless Linx Legacy have anything to say about it. They have traded 1 for 1, or they make that 2 for 1 now. With 3 players left alive, it's been 20 seconds and they've lost so many. They do at least get Zulu, so there is an opportunity. The way that they're postured as well, that B-bomb site is theirs for the picking, albeit now sort of fading away from them as next in line have started that rotation, but they are going to make those CT sweat just a little bit if they do play it a bit slower. We just want this one to go a bit further than before, but Dutchy getting that, getting two, in fact. The time that player was flashed for, he was able to do it. Moz needs a miracle at this stage, and a miracle he does not get, just spraying down the one. Dutchy staying calm and composed to take it to map and match point to take, well, next in line. Very close to going through to the lower bracket semi-finals. And, well, looking like we might see Linx Legacy knocked out of the competition.
They have about 12 attempts to get it over the line. I mean, yeah, finally again, it's the mid play. Linx Legacy just very, very passively. Auto B calling in help from Dutchy to support his peak down mid. Jumping up, he did get spotted, doesn't he? He got spotted in return. That is an outrageous shot from Auto B. That is super gross. As Zulu takes down Duplo, Auto B with one more. Poseidon, the only one left. Mech 10, it gets nothing now. 4 players stay alive. And here at Epic Land, the lower bracket semi-final will be dominantly won by Next in Line, and they are moving up ahead to 9 a.m. tomorrow. They wanted to get their sleep. They wanted to get this game over with. They slaughtered.
They really did. They looked incredible as a team putting together. I mean, you know, anticlimactic as far as a game goes. We didn't get to see many rounds won. Next in line Esports, they picked up in total 8 rounds across the entire best-of-3 series, which is well,
some round 1 scorelines.
Yeah, yeah. It's very much felt like you're exactly right. It's very much the kind of environment where round 1 we saw an average of 3 rounds won a map. This one we saw 4 rounds won. We know that Linx Legacy are better than a seed 16.
Yeah.
We know that as a fact. They just didn't put in the performance we were expecting of them, and next in line we're playing a level above. Clearly something to prove.
Yeah, and I mean, just closing off the chapter for Linx Legacy here. The coach was already super proud that they've made it this far. They got their name on HLTV. With some great early on performances as soon as that bracket started to pour in. And with some upsets that happened on other sides of the bracket, they had a great run. They managed to make their way through some best of 3s. They've showed incredible resilience.
Yeah.
And they were dealing with puggers, but I mean, yeah, the last game they played was GenTX. GenTX doesn't prepare you much for next in line. But I mean, Duplo, his first LAN ever. Even if it ends badly, you'll never forget your first.
Yeah,
so
I think he can look back proudly as well.
Yeah,
and all
definitely.
of these guys can look back proudly at the run they put on. This best of 3 was not representative of them in the slightest. They've been incredible throughout. They stomped against Gil's team, of course, in the last one. They stomped. It's really hard to look at it and say the same team that we just saw lose 16-5 on Overpass 16-3 the game before. So it wasn't even close when they played it before. They looked incredible. So, yeah, clearly it's been a really long day for them. Across that lower bracket, it has been awful for a lot of these teams. I mean, as well, we've been around for all of it too, seeing them from very early in the morning make their whole way through. And that's really sort of the beauty and, of course, the curse of LAN is that you have to go through all of this. And that's exactly what Next in Line are going to be thinking, because they've got to be up nice and early tomorrow for that 9 a.m. against Neighbours. That's, going to be a really good map, and one that me and you are casting as well.
It's beautiful. It's a beauty. And a small thanks to Next in Line so that we have a bit of a longer night.
Yes, Thanks for making it quick for us, guys.
That's going to help. I was fully prepared this to go all the way through to 1 a.m.
Yes.
But yeah, I think, you know, Next in Line, they have shown their wobbles.
Yeah.
But all the way through the end of this day, I mean, I can understand Linx Legacy. When you're tired, you get tilted easier, and I think that somewhat happened fairly quickly in this best of 3. But for Next in Line, even being this fatigued, right, it's going to be difficult because the Neighbours already said they're gonna have some troubles.
Yeah.
For the morning game upcoming, but Next in Line, I wonder how they'll get through. We're really gonna talk to them tonight. We're gonna see how this game went, and we got some information for tomorrow then.
Yeah, and yeah, you're exactly right, because before Timo and Index, they picked Neighbours as their favourites to win the entire competition. Of course, me and you, we said that it's going to be 7 a.m. And we were right about the upper brackets as well. I've got to say that, just to point out the 2 former UK pros did worse than us at predicting. I mean, obviously, we won't know till the actual final, so I might eat my words then. But for now, we look smarter. But they are going to be against Neighbours Next in Line in the next one, so it's going to be a very difficult one for them to get through.
And to mention, speaking about Timo and Index, we nearly forgot because this game has been so fast. I think we're just in time. If after this stream has ended, you would love you to head over to index_ on Twitch, as there now is the Binman charity stream. It's Binman International versus Bin Drinking, as hopefully they haven't been drinking yet, so they can have some good performances. It is Bin Perfection. It is mid-game interviews, mid-round interviews. It's chaos. It's a charity stream. Head over there, index_ or head to EU Retro Stream if you're done after watching this. And I think we are ready to close it off here, so head over to index_, please.
Yeah, lovely being here. See you later.
Hello, Overclockers, and welcome. Oh, screw this. Where's EPIC when you need him?